What you've been waiting for all your lives.
Frank, that was a lie.
Isn't this a surprise?
What advice would you give Amber's future girlfriend? Simple. Just don't go there. Bland chili confirmed.
Tea.
Nurse, clear my schedule.
With Karina Kaboom. What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
My husband!
You doing out here?
You're a very manipulative person. I have come to terms make me manipulate in ways.
Hello everybody, in today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last. We are talking about amberlynn Reid has spent all of her money. It is my opinion that she doesn't have a single dollar left. Kermit is going to loan amberlynn Reid some money. You have to have run out of all your money. You must have not a single cent to your name if you are clickbaiting and lying about a fake health scare. She got her CT scan results. Spoiler alert, she has nothing that she claimed that she did. I thought, amberlynn, the radiologist gave you a mean look. I think it was just evil Kermit. I honestly think he dressed up. All right, just hear me out. I think evil Kermit dressed up as a radiologist and gave her the fake CT scan. Thumbs down if you agree.
Oh, monsters, 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 monsters.
Anyways, we're going to get into all the drama. amberlynn, honestly, you are my favorite YouTuber. You are the most entertaining, riveting, international woman of girly pop history. But making negative thumbnails when your results are positive is very, very, very disingenuous. But what else can we expect from the most popular girl in school? We're also going to be taking a look at things that you might have missed, things you didn't notice, things you didn't see in amberlynn's video, some Easter eggs. The most popular YouTube today and forever. Don't you just love it when you can make claims like this and feel like a girl of 2021 again? I'm here all night. Yes, it's an embarrassing time to be alive, girls. It's a wonderful time to be alive. We're going to talk about foodie beauty drama with her fake grocery haul of a housewife that doesn't cook. Yeah, and I have a Bridget Kermits to sell you. Also, finally, a Pokemon Go update, or my name isn't Bob, Kermit, Kaboom, Wilbur. None of those are my names. If you could not tell already, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only, not meant to be taken seriously whatsoever. I'm sharing opinions, not facts, and publicly accessible information made public by public figures first. Please do not go to these people's channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Entertainment purposes only. It is my opinion that amberlynn Reid, for amberlynn to clickbait fake cancer scare, fake health scare for 2 weeks. It's fake because she knew her results for 2 weeks and posted hysterical crying videos anyways, as she was at the same time flirting with her audience, being inappropriate on TikTok, and throwing out thirst traps. It is my opinion for you to have this thumbnail that clearly implies that your results are bad. You must have run out of all your money and spent all your money. And I'm going to keep on saying this. No person that has savings from their lucrative YouTube career, no person that actually has some cash is going to do this. And quite frankly, I'd like to amend my answer to this.
My money, my health. Why do you care?
A person with a conscience and a person that is noble or has any respect for their audience, even if they didn't have money, they wouldn't do this. She clearly has no more savings. She obviously has spent all of her YouTube money to do this. 2 weeks worth of telling you that she's terrified she has cancer. I told you that she didn't have cancer. How many times did I tell you that she's not sick? Because sick people do not highly imply they want to do things with their audience on TikTok, okay? You do not do that, okay? So,
Oh, yeah, good news. Yeah, good news.
2 weeks worth of throwing out these very fearful, ominous, dooming videos to scare your audience when nothing is wrong. And the issue is, I just want to be very clear. I understand why she was afraid. Everyone would be. I'm not taking anything away from that. It's the knowing your results for 2 weeks and pretending you have cancer on the internet for me. You do not pre-record a cancer arc. You do not pre-record a fake health scare. It's fake and it's clickbaity because she knew her results for 2 weeks and posted this stuff anyways. It's disingenuous. It's not something you clickbait about. I just wanted to tell you something. This is my feeling on clickbait.
You make me so tired and you drain me.
If she clickbaited 2 weeks worth of videos saying that when she goes outside, people ask her out and everybody loves her and compliments her on her purse, no one would care. It wouldn't personally affect your audience. Continuously lying and saying you think you have cancer when you already knew that you did not, that's what affected your audience. If it's stupid, silly clickbait, no one would care. This type of clickbait is serious. You're worrying your audience. You're being inappropriate. People always ask me, is she breaking the TOS? This thumbnail is breaking the TOS. I'm going to ask you a question. Terms of service on YouTube. When you look at this thumbnail, do you think that her answer is bad from her CT scan or good? My opinion, and I guarantee you that 99.9% of Kermits watching this video will say that looking at this sad face, like she's making a very sad, somber face, people would think that she has cancer. People would think that she's sick. When you click the video, she's smug and smiling and happy. So this is not just a disingenuous thumbnail, but it's against the TOS. You're not allowed to use a thumbnail that misleads people into what the video is about. This thumbnail clearly misleads your audience into thinking your results are bad. When you click the video, the results are good. See, that's disingenuous content on a moral scale, but there's actually a word for it. This is you scamming metadata. It's not real metadata. You're not allowed to post fake metadata like fake thumbnails and titles if that's not what's going on. Like this thumbnail makes you think her results are bad 100%. Amber, why didn't you use another thumbnail of yourself that didn't make people think that something was wrong, like a smiling thumbnail or a beautiful picture of your face, because you wanted people to think that you have cancer? By the way, I'll answer this question right away for amberlynn. Everybody say hi to Amber because she's always reading in the comments and watching all the videos.
About others' opinion. Yeah, I don't care about their opinion at all. I don't care about like others' opinions of me.
Amber, I believe you that you were sick the first time. I just want to preface this with where I'm going here. I just want to make it very clear. I've always believed that she had cancer because Beck confirmed it, okay? Her ex Beck confirmed it, and I do believe her that she was ill. However, you always ask, why do people not believe me that I had cancer? This is why. Because any human being that goes on the internet and does a 2-week arc pretending that they're terrified and posting that type of content, knowing their results the whole time and thirst trapping on TikTok, yeah, people start to wonder because the content that you're posting onto YouTube is disingenuous. She admits this in the video. In the video, she says, I feel bad. I worried you. Yeah. Did you feel bad to earn that money? You have to understand something. Her real reach is 20,000 views, but YouTube promotes it out to, like 20 other thousand people or 10 other thousand people. The money will add up. She's not earning a lot per se in the beginning, but it does add up. You did all of this for money. The reason that people do not believe you that you had cancer, here's the thing. I believe her. I do believe her because I know that she's just a disingenuous creator and she only cares about money, not about how she makes you feel, not about the relationship she has with her audience, okay? But the reason that everybody else doesn't believe you is because of stunts like this. By the way, let's see what's really going on. amberlynn has gotten 649 likes, but 1.7 thousand dislikes. And the video is not even 24 hours old. 1.7 thousand dislikes. So YouTube took away the dislike button where you could see it. You could still dislike a video, but they took away where people could see it. If you want to see how many dislikes she gets, all you have to do is Google, okay, the words, YouTube dislike button, Chrome extension, or dislike Chrome extension, okay. amberlynn has been asked about this before, why she gets so many dislikes. And she has said in the past, because I remember this, that we are lying and the extension is completely off. She will probably be asked about this again. Go ahead and ask her so she can gaslight you again.
Don't ever try to be cool.
Thanks for nothing.
I'm going to prove to you that this dislike extension is only a few numbers off and not inaccurate. Here is my latest video called Amberlynn Reid Ran Out of Money. So it has 1.2 thousand likes and 36 dislikes on the extension. Here is my own private, personal, analytical data from kind of like the end of YouTube that you guys don't see. I went into my analytics. In reality, the likes are the same, 1.2 thousand, right? 248, 1,248 likes. And the real amount of dislikes is 21. So the real amount of dislikes that my video got is 21, while the extension says it's 36. So the extension is just a few numbers off. It's not fully off. It's not halfway off. It's pretty accurate. Amberlynn, your audience, I mean, almost 2,000 people didn't like your video. What are you going to say about it now? Do you think you might want to change up your content of pretending you have cancer if your audience doesn't like it? This was nothing more than a stunt to get your money and sympathy. Now that you've done this, the next time you do this, even less people will believe you. Now let's go on to the video. Okay, her results are, as I told you, she has a kidney stone, and the doctor told her to see a urologist who she's seeing in November, supposedly. The doctor can't see her until November. I just wanted to tell you something, okay? As I always say this, Amberlynn's videos are full of Easter eggs, things that seem very, very, very mundane and boring, but they're not. Here is the first one. Isn't it a coincidence that the urologist can only see Amberlynn when YouTubers get paid the most amount of money? If you don't know, there's something called Vlogmas in December, but the month before December, November. This is a geography channel. Not really, that doesn't make any sense, but
Excited?
I digress. In November and December, YouTubers make the most amount of money. Kermit Kaboom, that's not my name. I definitely do not believe in coincidences. This is not a coincidence. It's not a little coinky dink. Aw, Amberlynn is such a sweet girl. She's lied about her diagnosis for 2 weeks, knowing what it is and continuing to post worrying content. You're never going to live this down. Okay, so basically, the urologist can only see her in the month that YouTubers make the most amount of money. I just want you to think about this, okay? And by the way, I know people will say, oh my God, it took me 7 months to see a urologist. Yes, I understand the doctors are busy. And since Amberlynn neglected to have a relationship with any doctor when she came to Oklahoma 8 months ago and she neglected to make herself appointments, she has to wait. I know that people have to wait, but it's obvious that in this case, there is no way in the real world that there's a coincidence that it's only during the month that YouTubers make the most amount of money. Building on that, she's doing that on purpose, okay? Guarantee you she's waiting to see him until November to make her urologist appointment count the most. When you post videos in November and December, the money that YouTubers make is double, okay? That's why she's waiting until November. More Easter eggs in the video. She, on purpose, makes a decision to say the name of what they wrote in the CT scan results incorrectly. She says that she has a remarkable bladder.
You're not having anything else much getting you excited in life.
In medical terminology, on imaging results in reports, when someone says something is remarkable, it means it needs more further looking at. There's something wrong if they say that something is remarkable. When they write the words unremarkable, it means nothing is wrong. Her point in the video is that there's absolutely nothing wrong with her bladder. She thought she had bladder cancer. Please, of course you thought that. Or did you? Okay, I'm at this point going to say that I don't think that she actually believed anything that she was saying. I think it was all a stunt for views because her channel is not going in a positive way. She has lost the majority of her views. This woman used to get 200 to 100,000 views, and now she can barely hit 30, 40,000 views after a week. her real reach is 20,000. I think the whole stunt was exactly that, a stunt. Yeah, she was scared probably for a day or two, but the way that she's distributed that content for 2 weeks, knowing her results on YouTube, it's a stunt. It's not real. Okay, so she basically makes the mistake of telling you that they wrote that she has a remarkable bladder. Anyone that knows anything about medical terminology understands that that means that her report, it was written something is wrong, but she keeps saying nothing is wrong with my bladder. I want you to take a look what Amber wrote on her inside of her description box. After editing and uploading that it said remarkable, I meant unremarkable. Okay, so she definitely left a little footnote that she supposedly made a mistake in editing. Let me just tell you something, as somebody that edits videos on a daily basis. When you notice after editing something that you made a mistake, you go back to editing to change your mistake, to correct it. She didn't want to correct her mistake because it's only going to work for her later. Here's the second Easter egg in this video, something that seems mundane. People will say, amberlynn made another mistake. Sometimes she has mistakes with grammar. Sometimes she makes these mistakes. She's a quirky girl. No. If she noticed it enough, she should have corrected it. Now, I understand she's a very conscientious worker. People will say that's why she didn't correct it. She's looking to go to the urologist in November, as she told you, when YouTubers make the most amount of money, and say, oh my God, there's something wrong with my bladder. There's something wrong with my kidneys. The urologist did see that my CAT scan said that my bladder was remarkable. Sorry, I made a mistake. I was stressed. I said the wrong word. I corrected myself, but no, it is remarkable. You can mark my words that amberlynn has no other content. See, her girlfriend, Valentine, which we will get to later, is not the real relationship she's presenting it to be and isn't coming to visit her. So she can't clickbait a breakup or any, well, I guess she could pretend that they broke up. Don't worry, they will. They were never together in the first place. The point is, she's only has like her like failing health that she celebrates and monetizes to talk about. This is an Easter egg, even if she did make a supposed error. Like, I have a serious question, Amber. You've been doing YouTube for a long time. You are the most popular girl in school, the most international girly pop of mystery. If you noticed it after editing, during editing, go back and correct it. This is the bulk of your video that you said you have good results, but meanwhile, you're telling people that it's bad results. This is done to set you up for November. Moving on, she says that she supposedly, and she says it so nonchalantly, she has a benign tumor on her adrenal gland, that she's supposedly known about this for a long time. Look, a basic Google search will tell you that that creates complications. I understand why the doctors are not removing it. That's fine. She says that she's known about this for a very long time and hasn't told YouTube. There's a reason for that. She couldn't get sympathy for that. She couldn't clickbait for 2 months. It is very, very unusual for amberlynn reid not to come to YouTube and say that she has a benign tumor because she couldn't get the sympathy she needed from it. And also, Amber, that causes lots of health problems like high blood pressure, like issues eventually with the same issue that you're having now. So she doesn't have cancer, okay? All those 2 weeks of pretending that she did, knowing that she didn't. This is the bottom line, because sometimes people are like, how is it a fake health scare? Because I see this in my comments. I just posted a community page post. By the way, girls, oh my God. There was alien activity on my post. I did a poll and it turned into a right or wrong answer test. It was, I'm telling you, the truth is out there. Take me, Mulder. There's all kinds of alien form of life out there, and please take me with you. Do you see the content that I'm producing? Please, aliens, if you have infiltrated my poll, please take me with you. Anyways, so I already forgot what I was saying because this whole thing is pointless. amberlynn, girl, you a lie. You a lie. That's what I was saying. Of course, there's only one topic. So basically, it's fake because she knew her results for 2 weeks and still posted worrying content, clickbaited this nonsense. Let's continue on with the video because things get very interesting. amberlynn admits She literally admits that she did not do all the right things after her surgery, after her diagnosis. I thought that you were trying to prove to people in all your videos that you got all your scans. What were these things that you didn't do properly, Amberlynn? So there's your proof. I mean, she finally admitted it. Yes, she did not take care of herself or do anything properly after the surgery. Look, she doesn't want to change, which is why having that diagnosis that she had before didn't change her. She claims she disassociated. Yeah, rinse, lather, delusion. Yes, people do disassociate during these things. Yes, they do. But Amber just wants to do what she wants. She wants to participate in the lifestyle that she now has. And that is why she hasn't changed. That is the same reason she lied to you for months saying she was getting WLS. She's happy the way she is. Want to know Amberlynn Reid's biggest secret? She's incredibly happy the way that she is. That's why she hasn't changed. Okay. One last point about this video, and then we're going to get to her mother and her trashing her mother. There is a Q&A portion at the end of each of her videos that I personally think is pointless. She never answers the questions honestly, and I think it's just such a waste of time. Also, my favorite thing is that she keeps using older clips, older footage from her other videos to stick into these videos as if people don't know what she's talking about in order to prolong the video. She does not have the ability to create longer form content, which pays the most on YouTube, but still wants to grab all of the money that she can from YouTube. So how interesting is this? She's unable to create long form content, so she has to borrow from her other video, like the few seconds, to make more money on YouTube. The longer a video is, the more money you make. She's looking to put older footage into newer videos just to do a surprise Pikachu face so it gets her more money. Amberlynn, besides this behavior being disingenuous, if you truly cannot come up with, 30, 40 minutes of content, maybe you should delete your channel, or maybe you should just take your videos as they are. You are only able to produce 8 minutes of work a day, and then you ask why people have disdain for you because everybody else works. Okay. The Q&A portion of her video is completely pointless. She doesn't answer questions, and it's condescending, in my opinion. She gets asked 2 questions, and here's how she answers them. Who is Valentine? She answers, Valentine is my girlfriend. People ask her, why is the camera positioned in the same way every single time you do a weigh-in? And she says, because that's how I position the camera. These answers are frustrating, mainly because they showcase how she feels about her audience. She thinks she's the smartest one in the room. When people are asking you who is Valentine, they mean, can you please tell us exactly who she is? Give us her identity. Amber, since you don't want to share Valentine's identity because you know that you've never met her yourself and you have no idea who she is, it's not the relationship you're pretending that it is, okay? They've never even met. Then you should say, I'm not going to give out my girlfriend's private identity. By saying she's my girlfriend, you are insulting the person's intelligence. Yes, they know she's your supposed girlfriend. They're asking for more info. If you don't want to share it, do not answer it in a condescending, disrespectful way. When people are asking you why you position the camera the way you do during your weigh-ins, you know very well, Amber, that they're asking you why you don't get on the scale on camera like you used to. The answer is because YouTube doesn't pay her as much as they used to, so she doesn't want to do it. So then just say that you don't feel like it at the very least, or don't want to do that. You saying that that's the answer is because I positioned my camera that way is again a condescending non-answer that's insulting your audience's intelligence. She's purposely not answering the questions that you're asking. I would suggest stop asking questions. And also, Amber, I know you always ask why you have such a bad relationship with your audience. Why do your audience follow you to different platforms and dislike your content? Because of things like this. Let's talk about Amberlynn defending herself when she was trashing her mother. If you don't know what happened, Amberlynn said, oh, mom, you know, why are you wearing these shoes in a recent video? I talked about this before. And your shoes are really supposed to be for swimming. These are the wrong shoes. This is coming from the girl that literally wore the wrong shoes her whole life. Okay. And then she said, oh, mom, you know, these shoes, they look gray. They match your hair, which is a rude statement to make because she knows how that statement is going to be perceived in front of her audience. Her audience is going to, like, the attention is going to be drawn to the idea that her mother's hair is gray. Remember how we were all talking about it here and we said Amberlynn is going to say, oh my God, I talked to my mom and she thought it was a jokey joke. Ha ha ha. Okay, that's actually not what she ended up doing because Amberlynn watches all of our videos and she knows what we think. So the answer is even worse. In her latest video, I just didn't have time to cover this before in the last video, she literally says this statement, this is a lie, Amberlynn. We're going to prove right now it's a lie. Amber, you do understand that the videos that you posted can be referenced. You just posted this. So the way that she defended trashing her mother and saying your shoes match your gray hair is by saying in this latest video, oh, I was saying that the purple matched her hair because the shoes were purple and it matched her purple hair.
Pathological liar, because if you analyze, I should do a video, you analyze all the lies she tells.
That's not what you said. What you said is you're blatantly lying. Go back and watch. I know you're lying, but what you actually said was it's gray like your hair. Not it's purple like your hair, it's gray like your hair. Look, eventually I have said this many, many, many times before. I'm very happy that she reconciled with her mother. But my opinion, it's just an opinion. I think eventually her mother's going to get sick and tired of driving her around. I think that you are a burden to the relationship that your mom has with her boyfriend. They always have to take you everywhere they go. Are they ever alone? Get your own life. I thought that you had this supposed fake girlfriend Valentine. Amberlynn, if you really have a girlfriend, can you explain to me why you don't go on dates with her and are constantly third wheeling it with your mom and her boyfriend? Eventually, this relationship would blow up, just like all of her relationships with her other caretakers. Here's the bottom line in this situation. You were very rude to your mother. Somebody in the comment section on my last video about this topic where she was trashing her mom said maybe her mother is proud and happy of her gray hair. Maybe she is. That doesn't matter because Amberlynn cannot stand gray hair. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is not an opinion, it's a fact. Amberlynn constantly discusses like, oh, I have a few gray hairs. I don't like it. Oh, I'm upset about it. She doesn't like gray hair, Amberlynn. She said so as much in her channel. And she knows how it would appear in front of the audience. She wanted to trash her mother and now she's backpedaling. You never said that your hair is you know, like your shoes and it's purple. You literally said, you know, it matches your gray hair. The proof is right here. The screenshots are right here. So you're caught. You trashed your mother. And now you're just lying to save yourself. Why do you feel the need to be so mean-spirited towards people that drive you around? Okay, I want to move on to Foodie Beauty's video called Grocery Haul of a Housewife Who Doesn't Cook. I think Chantal knows exactly what she was doing here. I want to read to you two of the top comments that she got, and she answered this. I found this incredibly interesting, not because of the BS that she's pulling, no, because I think that Amberlynn and Chantal do not understand that their audiences know exactly who these two women are, and they keep having surprise Pikachu face like, oh my God, I can't believe you know who I am. All right. Sorry, saying you can't be bothered cooking is the height of laziness and entitlement, as you say. You don't work, so what do you do all day? Does it matter if we want to order and not cook? It's our business, LOL, says Chantal. Just keep this in mind. Second comment on the video. I don't understand. You don't do anything all day. Why don't you cook, and why wouldn't you want to cook knowing you have the health conditions you have? Every choice and decision you make is always the easiest option. How the blank do you know what I do all day? LOL. All right. Now that's out of the way. So the entire video shows grocery hauls, and it basically says that Chantal is done with cooking. She doesn't want to cook. Chantal has been on YouTube for quite some time. She knows exactly how this is going to come off. Look, I'm here to tell you, I've been doing this a little bit, and I'm here to tell you that in the 11 years that I've made videos. YouTube is not your kitchen. The internet is not like the real world. Basically, the internet is a place where other people are judged. And I don't even think, my personal opinion after making videos for years, I don't think that people are judged as harshly or that anybody cares as much in the real world as they do on the internet. Chantal knew exactly the kind of response she was going to get. You no longer want to cook, but you do nothing all day. She has explained to us that she cannot go outside because of the heat in Kuwait. And she literally sits around and plays Jane Fonda videos, rinse, lather, Kermit, Jane Fonda.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
My point here is this. Chantal knew that this was going to get a bad reception, and that's why she posted it. Look at the title, Grocery Haul of a Housewife Who Doesn't Cook. Meaning like she ain't got no job outside the house, no worries. Her husband don't have no job outside the house either, but that's a whole other time for a whole other Kermit. My point here is this. This video is created for drama and views. She's not getting any, but knew that she was going to get a bad response and has the audacity of, surprise Pikachu face, Chantal, please. I know you're just a little bit more smarter than what you're trying to pretend. Come on now. She knew this was going to get a bad response. So to answer Foodie Beauty's question of how do you know what I do all day? I want to talk to you about a concept that will go over our girls' heads, but that's okay. So there are some people in the world who know what you're thinking and who understand what's going on without you having to tell them. And that is called Kermit.
Well, that's a nice move.
My point is that people don't have to know. People do not have to live with you and, buy Kermits with you to understand that you do nothing all day. Chantal, here's how you actually prove to people you and amberlynn don't do anything all day. The only thing I can say that's positive about our most entertaining, riveting girl in the world, amberlynn, is at least her mom takes her out, all right? Chantal makes videos and mentions on live streams what reaction channels say about her, and makes videos about reaction channels and seems to know what every single reaction channel is saying and doing. There's a reason why she goes after some reaction channels and not others. That's because she watches everybody and she knows who says what. Chantal, how would you tell us, and in what way can you prove to us that you do a lot of different things all day when you've left no doubt that you watch reaction channels and what they say? This is how you were able to make this video about FFG, French Fry Girl. You explained what this other reactor said about French Fry Girl. How did you know what he said? Chantal, you sit around all day, you read reaction channels' comments and what they say about you. How do you know what every single reaction channel says about you? And by the way, I can prove to you that she knows what every single reaction channel says about her. You know why? Because how come she doesn't go after certain reaction channels and goes after other ones? Because she knows what some people say and other people say it in different ways or don't talk about certain topics. The point is, Chantal, you don't have to show us physically what you do all day for us to understand. There's a lot of all kinds of different people out there, girly pop. Yes, we know you do nothing all day because you've shown us evidence and it's common sense. The point is, the audience is always very intelligent. The audience always knows what's going on before the girls do. And yes, Chantal, you knew where this video was going. You knew you were going to get negative feedback on it because you've been on the internet for a long time. I'm pretty sure that if you were talking to your friend and you said, I just don't want to cook, it's too hot, I don't care, I have an internet job and I don't care, my husband doesn't care, no one would judge you or care. But on the internet, when you're already a disliked personality, yeah, people can understand. Surprise, the world is an imperfect place, screws fall out all the time. Chantal created this video for drama and controversy, and when she got it, she's like, oh my god, how do you know what I do all day? We know either way, but the idea is, yes, the audience is going to see you as not a conscientious worker. The audience is going to see you as not wanting to do anything. You're telling us you're a housewife that refuses to cook. You're also telling us you're staying inside all day. Do you really think that the audience hasn't figured out what's going on? Rinse, lather, delulu. Right, let's move on to a Pokemon Go update with Blacephalon and Necrozma raids. So it's going to be both types of raids. So some of my friends went to the Japan Go Fest, and I was lucky enough, and I'm so thankful to them for inviting me to some Necrozma raids. Honestly, I'm thankful for it and I'm very grateful for it, but I have to say it's absolute BS that anyone who didn't have a ticket was not able to get a shiny. Basically, you were not able to do anything. You couldn't fuse this with, this is a Pokemon that fuses with these other two Pokemon, Solgaleo and whatever. someone that looks like a bat. But the point is that if you didn't have a ticket for GoFest, it was like shiny locked. I believe you couldn't get a shiny rinse, lather, delusion, whatever. Anyways, I thought that was unfair. Also, I'm going to be complaining throughout this segment, like I always do, so you know it's my type of video, of how unfair it is that even during other countries' GoFest, the people that were being invited to remote raids were not able to do more than 5 remote raids. When will this punishment be over in Pokemon Go? It feels like a punishment. Like, why can't we just do as many raids as we want? I understand that Pokemon Go's point is to explore your surroundings. You can do that. And at the same time, in my opinion, you can still do unlimited remote raids like we did when the world changed a little bit. I mean, I feel like if they did it before, they could do it now. I am quite unhappy about this part of the game. This is the part of the game that's been really, in my opinion, ruined for me. I just want a remote raid, you know, like with Blacephalon and that other Taka, whatever, I don't know. That other one that looks like a rock or like a stone, like the other one that was in another hemisphere. Why couldn't we just do like unlimited raids? I just don't get it, because see, here's the thing. If we're able to do unlimited raids during GoFest, which there's one in Madrid, Spain. By the way, I love the word Madrid. But yeah, there's one in Spain, then there's one in New York, then there's one in, you know, like a global one. Why is it that if you can allow people to have unlimited rating at that moment, why can't we just do it all the time? Or at least make it more than 5, like 20 a day, or at least 30 a day, or 50, but you know, at least 20. Like 5 is like, you blink and you're done rating. I feel it's really causing me unhappiness in the game. I'm still playing, but it's just, I just don't understand. And the main issue is that people have very severe difficulty getting hundos, shundos, and shinies and all that other stuff. Like with Blacephalon, like I was so looking forward to him. He's a clown. I mean, who doesn't love a clown? You know what I'm saying? Well, many people, but I just feel like, you know, I didn't get a hundo. Well, I don't feel like it. That's exactly what had happened. I didn't get a hundo, and I feel like it's not fair because I was only given 5 chances remotely, and then I was being like, you know, invited to Necrozma. Like, most people could not physically take themselves to every single in-person raid because we have jobs and we have to clean our house. Why doesn't anyone understand that? Like I said, I'm going to be complaining. It's going to be a rant Pokemon Go update, but the clown is cute. No hundo for him. No hundo for Necrozma. I got like a 97 IB, so I'm kind of happy, but I will be getting a hundo eventually of Necrozma, you know. But it's just like, I feel like I can't understand why, if there is an update in the game that would make the game better and make your players happy and make them want to spend more money, why is that update not in the game with remote raiding? You know, nowadays there's a lot of tickets that are being sold that players can purchase for every single, you know, pretty much event. There's always tickets you can buy. And I'm just wondering, like, okay, me as a player, I'm just speaking solely for myself, but I believe that a lot of people would agree with me. Like, I feel like a lot of people would rather not buy tickets and buy remote raid passes. Raiding was like, I would say, other than like catching like a random shiny or whatever, and trading, I think that raiding is like the funnest part of the game. And I understand there's a lot of free to play players. I get that. But if you're not, this was like the best part. And I just feel like it's just all over. Like, people just, a lot of people, like, I don't know about anybody else. I cannot run to different gyms during the day. People got stuff to do. I have stuff to do. But yeah, that's just my rant. As far as Necrozma, I haven't really tried Necrozma in any leagues. Necrozma is a Pokemon that looks incredibly cool. And I mean, just looks like a cool Pokemon. You know what I'm trying to say? So I was very thankful that I got invited. I do think that it's ridiculous that we couldn't get a shiny just because we didn't have a ticket. You know what I mean? I feel like this game can be so not inclusive to people that didn't pay sometimes. Does that make sense? That's just my personal opinion. I was still happy to be invited. Please let me know if you got any Necrozma or the clown guy raid. I did only a few raids of that, you know, Stakataka, whatever his name is. I don't know. That guy that looks like a rock. I wasn't really impressed by him, even though I know that the other Pokemon is like, you know, he's a clown. I did try the clown Pokemon in the Battle League, and he's very like glassy, meaning like he's like like any other Pokemon could take him down. You know what I mean? It has to be like the right opponent to pretty much take him down. So that's about it for my rating updates for Pokemon Go. Let me know if you were rating. Did you go to any Go Fest? Are you going to any Go Fest? Are you just going to play the global one this year? Please let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you all so very much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed today's video, please go and check out this video that's popping up here. You may enjoy it. You may not enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, go and leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Thank you so much for being here. And you know, I will see you very, very soon. And leave your thoughts in the comments, dislikes, and comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.